Welcome to the daily audio briefing of the Curated News by Sandeep Ohri for Saturday, August 1st, 2026. We have a lot of ground to cover today.
Yeah, we're completely bypassing the fluff today. You just need a fast, factual rundown of what's happening globally and locally. So let's unpack how the world is shifting this morning.
Exactly. Starting off with a pretty massive policy report from the Wall Street Journal. Apparently, the Trump administration is looking at attaching a $100,000 fee for international students.
Wait, just to study?
No, it's tied to their ability to work in the U.S. after graduating.
Oh, wow. I mean, think about the underlying mechanism there. It's not just a tax, right? It creates this immense upfront capital barrier.
Yeah, it really does.
So it essentially means post-grad work would be reserved for either the independently wealthy or students backed by mega corporations willing to sponsor that cost. It completely rewires the global talent pipeline.
It definitely changes who gets to innovate in the States. Speaking of innovation, though, the Wall Street Journal also reported on the apparel brand reformation. They're outfitting their dressing rooms with these interactive touchscreens.
Oh, like smart mirrors.
Basically, yeah. You can request different sizes and check the brand's sustainability stats right from the mirror. I mean, I thought, isn't that just a high-tech gimmick?
Well, it actually solves a major friction point. Like, it merges the physical advantage of trying clothes on with the logistical power of a digital inventory.
So you don't have to get dressed again just to hunt down an employee for a different size.
Exactly. It's literally e-commerce in real life. But speaking of massive tech advantages, did you catch that other Wall Street Journal report on Microsoft?
Oh, the market cap jump. Yeah, they gained $450 billion in a single day.
Which is just an unprecedented scale.
Right. To put it in perspective, Microsoft basically swallowed the entire GDP of South Africa between breakfast and dinner.
That analogy is spot on. I mean, it is the largest single-day market cap increase for any U.S. business in history. The sheer scale just highlights how deeply capital is consolidating right at the peak of the tech sector.
Yeah, it's just hard to even fathom that scale of wealth. Okay, moving to a totally different kind of speed via the Deccan Herald. Indian Railways just hit a historic milestone. They successfully transported a live donor heart on the Vande Bharat high-speed train from Surat to Ahmedabad.
That is incredible. We usually only hear about police setting up highway green corridors for organs.
Right, but highway traffic is inherently unpredictable.
Exactly. Utilizing high-speed rail essentially engineers a closed-loop transit system. It strips out all the variables of road congestion when, every minute dictates tissue viability.
It's brilliant logistics.
Huh.
Also, the Deccan Herald, a health policy update. Karnataka's Food Safety and Drug Administration is following Maharashtra's lead. They're banning the sale and promotion of high-fat, sugar, and salt foods within a 50-meter radius of educational institutions.
Which makes a lot of sense. By enforcing that 50-meter physical boundary, they're actively disrupting the impulsive buying psychology of a child walking home from school.
Just taking away the temptation.
Yeah, if the junk food isn't right at the school gate, the craving often just passes.
It alters the retail landscape to change behavior. In diplomatic news, also from the Deccan Herald, Australia just officially inaugurated the permanent premises of its Consulate General right on Cunningham Road in Bengaluru.
That's a solid physical footprint. It definitely signals some long-term economic commitments in the region.
For sure. And if you live in Bengaluru, listen up. The Deccan Herald is warning that deliveries around August 15th are going to face massive delays.
Oh, is this the strike?
Yeah, additional delivery workers are joining a planned strike by Swiggy and Zomato workers. So if you're planning to have your Independence Day biryani delivered, you might want to rethink that.
It really shows how reliant local logistics have become on gig workers. And, what happens when they leverage their collective power to pause the system.
Better learn to cook that biryani yourself. Meanwhile, the Hindustan Times is reporting that 2 months into the monsoon, doctors in Mumbai are seeing a massive surge in respiratory and gastrointestinal flus.
Right, which is a very practical reminder to stay cautious. Seasonal moisture always spikes viral transmission.
Yeah, definitely wash your hands. Now, let me ask you about something else from the Hindustan Times. You see cattle wandering the roads all the time, right?
Oh, constantly, yeah.
Well, the Supreme Court just directed state governments to amend their laws to prevent straying cattle, putting the onus on authorities rather than the animals.
Which is a huge shift.
Right, because shifting the blame sounds good on paper. But practically, how does a municipality physically enforce a ban on wandering cows?
And that is the core tension. By placing the onus squarely on the authorities, the court is demanding systemic state accountability.
So they have to actually do something.
Exactly. It forces cities to build actual infrastructure, like specialized shelters and transit protocols, rather than just treating it as a localized nuisance.
That makes a lot of sense. Quick sports update on the Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. Australia is leading the pack with 55 gold and 128 total medals.
Wow. England and Canada are holding steady with 17 gold each, and India sits in 10th place with 5 gold and 23 total medals.
Still a solid showing. And wrapping it up for another Saturday morning is this: say hello to dessert pizzas. How would you like a rest? Chocolate and strawberry pizza served chilled. Sandeep notes that you shouldn't be shocked, as other combos like chilled baklava kulfi pops exist. Sandeep questions what other traditional sweet and international cuisine mix and mash combos you can think of, and asks if you are hungry enough for breakfast now. Have a fab day, folks. We'll see you tomorrow morning.